Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. Let rain fall, let rain
And good morning. Welcome to Today at the Races, presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stanton Salter, along with our odds maker, Keith Fustel, here on a beautiful Saturday. The heat is out of here. The rain is out of here. A few clouds. The sun's going to poke its head out here pretty soon. It's a little cool breeze here. We're off the turf today. We only had 2 races carded on the turf, races 3 and 8. So they'll be run on the main track going 1 mile. The other 8 races were originally carded on the dirt. So nice job by the racing office putting together a nice card for today. And not too many scratches in the dirt races. A few scratches in those races that came off the turf, but a nice pick 6. That's the story today here, along with a bunch of other activities going on with kids' days and stuff. But a nice pick 6 carryover starting race 5.
Over 7,000 for your rainbow pick 6. Dive right in, 20-cent wager. We've got that one race a little bit decimated with the scratches, the one off the turf. Everybody's going to probably either take the L button or single it down to 2, maybe narrow it down to 2 horses, I would think. But, yeah, great carryover there. We've got Kids Day. And, yeah, racing office did a good job maybe kind of guessing on Wednesday, looking at the weather ahead. Hey, let's not, load up on the turfs, and we keep a lot of these races intact. Good job by them for this afternoon's card.
I like the pick 6. That starts in race 5 on the 10-race program today. I have a ticket. We'll talk about that later on. All the kids are going to have fun today out here at Laurel Park. It's Kids Day. All kinds of activities for them out here. Pony rides, petting zoo, airbrush, tattoo artists, crafts, and more. It's free admission to the activities. It's going to be out there on the apron underneath the tent. Let's see. You've had your kid's a little too old for the pony
old
rides
right now.
Right?
Yeah. I don't know if Morgan could still hop up on one, but we've seen a few stroll by here by the paddock and on their way. I heard one of the dads asking us, "Hey, we're gonna ride the horse today." He said, "Absolutely, Dad." So yeah, they're set. They're ready to go.
Tim Tulloch, my co-host in the afternoon, his 2 kids, they'll be out here playing with all the Kids Day activities. So fun for the kids today. In addition to Kids Day, you can watch real jockeys race on inflatable roadie ponies. This is going to be kind of cool. I made the line for this. I made Sheldon Hurricane Carter Russell the 2-1 morning line favorite here. It's going to be after the 4th race, and this is some fun to benefit the Permanently Disabled Jockeys Fund. Big scratch in this race here. Keith scratched Jen Miller. That means Jevion Toledo draws in off the AE. He's always dangerous. So yeah, you make a minimum $5 donation. It supports the Permanently Disabled Jockeys Fund, and if your favorite jockey wins, you'll be entered into a drawing for a chance to win some awesome prizes. So fun for the kids today. You can help out the PDJF here, and you can watch all the jockeys run around there on the roadie ponies.
I don't. We might have a situation like a Tom Brady, maybe somebody taking a little bit of the air out of the road. The bouncy ball there that they've got to ride. There could be some stuff. And this thing's better be protected right now because I'm betting on J.D. Acosta. I think he might be the most balanced one out there on the roadie pony. That's where my money's going this afternoon.
All right, so lots of activity here. Nice pick 6 carryover Kids Day, helping out the Permanently Disabled Jockeys Fund. It's a big day, a big weekend all over the country. Have the Jim Dandy today, the Haskell tomorrow, Irish War Cry in the Haskell. But what a race the Grade 2 Jim Dandy is today. You're going to have your Derby winner, Always Dreaming, going against the Preakness winner, Cloud Computing, only a 5-horse field. But anytime you get the Derby winner going against the Preakness winner, that's a good race. Let's show you Cloud Computing's Preakness win. He's going to he's 6-5. The Derby winner, Always Dreaming's even money. You think it's a match race?
Looks like it could turn out to be a match race, no doubt about it.
Here's Cloud Computing. Classic Empire, of course, was in front, turnover home. Cloud Computing wears them down. You were saying, no, somebody else was saying they like somebody in this race.
Well, no, you just kind of the Doug O'Neill horse is very interesting. It was only run once, broke its maiden at Santa Anita, got away at a good price, a lot of speed, took a lot of pressure and wide. We'll be around for a while, but man, asking an awful lot right now. These two horses established at the distance. They've run consistently faster. Slight edge for me to Cloud Computing, but very well could see a really, really tight finish.
All right, so it's always some great racing at Saratoga, and I think the Grade 2 Jim Dandy going to be one of the best races of the summertime with Cloud Computing and Always Dreaming. So that's today, tomorrow, going to be a huge day out here. Nice racing card. It's going to be beautiful weather. We'll be on the turf hopefully tomorrow, and it's the big Laurel Park Crab Feast here. All-you-can-eat crab feast on the apron from 1 to 5. Stuff your face with delicious Maryland steamed blue crabs. Hot steamed crabs are going to be brought here. They're going to be steamed live on site, and $65 for a ticket includes all the soda and cold beer you can drink, a bunch of other good food on the menu, but the steamed crabs are going to be the star of the show tomorrow here at Laurel.
They take center stage, no doubt about it. Yeah, looking forward to that. Sorry if you missed out on the early price. You're going to have to maybe pay a full go here as we get closer. We're right at it tomorrow. So, yeah, but enjoy it. Come out, bring some friends, family, get yourself a table, and really enjoy digging into those live steamed crabs.
All right, so that's all the action for this weekend. Next Saturday, shaping up to be a huge afternoon of racing here at Laurel Park. We're going to have 4 stake races next Saturday. The noms are out, I believe, over 95 nominations. A couple monsters like Special Envoy and Queen Caroline. Stakes winners already here at Laurel Park. They're among the 95 nominees to these 4 stakes. Next Saturday, the Virginia Bred Stakes. This is going to be a huge afternoon of racing next Saturday.
Yeah, I think they'll roll together. We'll have some good wagering on these races, no doubt about it. That's nice. 90-some nominations. It's great for the 4 races. Hopefully we get some really big fields and good betting opportunities. And, yeah, Special Envoy is always tough. I think Rosebrier's been retired, right?
Yes, Rosebrier's been retired,
Unfortunately, we won't see him. But, yeah, good day of racing on tap on the 5th.
And looking at the advanced weather forecast, tomorrow is going to be beautiful, 82, and then all next week in the 80s, low 90s. So hopefully some beautiful weather. Hopefully we'll be fast and firm next Saturday for a super stakes afternoon of racing. Let's get right to the action right now here. I know you like the early pick 5 today,
we'll
right?
Take a stab. Absolutely.
Well, let's take a look here. Race 1. Well, there's the conditions. The track's sealed right now. It's a sealed good track. How do you think it's going to play? We're off the turf. Races 3 and 8 on the main track, going a mile. How do you think the main track's going to play throughout the afternoon? You think it has a shot of drying out and becoming a fast track?
I think it does. We've got a little bit of a breeze, as you say. We're going to maybe get in the 80s. When I drove in here, it was the low 70s, almost like a cold spell has kind of come across us. It feels great, comfortable for everybody, fans, the horses, you name it. All the workers that had to deal with a lot of tough circumstances yesterday. How about the job? Everybody was able to get the show and continue on. I mean, the grooms, everybody. It was a really tough go yesterday. But back at it today, I think we'll get to fast. Right now, just sealed a little precautionary measure as of right now. We'll start with good. I think we'll get to fast as long as the rain stays away.
All right, so keep your eye on that. We'll keep you updated on the track status. Kind of some tricky handicapping as the track maybe drying out from good to fast. But let's get going here in the opener. We have a nice carryover here in the Super High 5. No scratches in race 1, so we'll start the Super High 5 here in race 1. Has a low 15% takeout. Nice carryover, $2,369 in the Super High 5. And if they don't hit it in race 1, it'll carry over to the second race, so keep your eye on the Super High 5. Okay, no Super High 5 in the second race. It has 6 horses. Okay, all right, so if they don't hit it in the first race, it'll carry to the third race. Early pick 5 also starts in race 1. It's a mandatory payout on the early pick 5, and just like that late pick 5, an industry low 12% takeout. I know you like the early pick 5. Let's take a look at it.
All right, let's take a little stab. And I think I'm going to go with everybody single in race 1. I mean, you go against Claudio Gonzalez, kind of at your peril here to get it started. A little cheap ticket for everybody on Kids Day, $16 ticket. Let's go ahead and single with Zala in race 2. Really interesting to see how the Hardest Way comes back off of that turf race back to the main track for trainer James Kirk. And if they want a firster for Tim Keefe. Actually has a sneaky good ROI over the course of his career with these 3-year-old firsters in maiden special weights out of a mare we're familiar with.
I like that. I like that horse.
That best kind of trouble. 4 deep, race 3. I think this is a real spread race. Favoritism probably going to go to Beautiful Night Sky, first time off the claim for Kieran. 2 deep in race number 4. Really like Follow the Pedals in there. And in race 5, Ice T, another first off the claim for Kieran, a horse really improving, rapidly improving 3-year-old. And Demon Buster. Don't mind the racing class today. He'll be fine moving up from that nickel up to the 12 for Claudio. We've seen horses improve off the claim for him, haven't we?
Yeah, and Claudio.
Every once in a while they jump up and run a big one.
He's having a big weekend.
Yeah.
Had a two-win afternoon yesterday. So the Gonzalez barn, they're clicking along at a nice pace. So very affordable, $16 ticket there for Keith's early pick 5. You get some nice payouts on the early pick 5. It's always a mandatory payout, an industry low 12% takeouts. Let's get right to it here in the opener. Race 1 going 5.5 furlongs here, claiming 5,000. Filly and Mares, never won 2 lifetime. My top pick here, Wazala. She's going to be the heavy favorite. You keyed on this horse in the early pick 5, right?
I did. I went ahead and singled Wazala for, just ran off the screen last time out for no real apparent reason at 3 to 5. We can go ahead and watch it. This horse took a little pressure from the inside, mid-turn on the 15th of July, and just said, hey, we're going to go ahead and see you later. Was down inside, and once goes, the rider, Carrasco, went to the left stick. Very eager. You comparing the times, non-winners of 2 and Life Boys for 10,000 went 11 and 3, so only 2/5 off of that race. She's back in here, the jam job to the nickel 2 and Life. You had a similar heavy favorite yesterday in a maiden race. It was kind of life and death to do it. But, Wazala, I think she just sits off the speed of Crazy Bernice. She may even want to go right to the front, but I think Crazy Bernice is a major threat from the inside. Third off of a layoff for trainer Joan Reynolds. Was caught in pretty good internals, dueling 3 across the racetrack last time out. I think she can kind of extend herself a little bit more today. Second time blinkers for the 1, Crazy Bernice. Looking for another price shot underneath. How about the 4, Marjorie Muggs against the Grain on July the 8th. A decent middle move at 7. The turn back to 5.5. I think if the X-Man rides kind of just to make one run, it'll be to his benefit. All
right, so the 3 wins. Wazala wins. If the 1 wants to go early on, Carrasco is going to be all over that horse and will control the pace early on down the backside. Might be sold today for 5,000. If you're an owner, you drop a slip today on Wazala?
Absolutely not.
No?
No.
You get we'll probably win today. You get the 3 life and the 4 life condition.
Yeah, one thing I was told, don't play with fire,
Claudio.
Yeah.
Red hot Claudio. All right, so key on Wazala. She's going right to the front. See you later. Claudio Gonzalez at about 35% winners so far this summer. Victor Carrasco, what a meet he's having.
Oh, yeah.
Let's turn the page here. Race 2, one of the features of the day, a nice maiden special weight to kick off the early pick 4. We're going 6 furlongs on the main track. Maiden special weight 3 and up, and the 1 the hardest way, going to be your heavy favorite, but I'll try to beat that horse with the Timmy Keefe first-time starter, and I think you were saying Timmy Keefe with a sneaky good positive ROI with his debut runners, and this is a 3-year-old by Shackelford. The Shacklefords are coming out running. What a game race that was when he won the Preakness. I was on the patrol stand right there watching the head-on, right? And it was, Shackelford was in front. The Derby winner, Animal Kingdom, was coming at him. And Shackelford, he switched to his left lead, back to his right lead. He just laid on his belly and got the win in the Preakness. So I'm rooting on the Shackelford offspring, and this 3-year-old gelding out of a good dam here, Fancy Diamond. She won the Conniver Stakes around here in Maryland, made over $250,000. 2 older siblings, they both made about $50,000. So I like the pedigree. How about the works? 2 bullet 5 furlong works here at Laurel Park. That's pretty strong. The most recent 5 furlong work, almost a bullet as well. So I think the 3 well prepared will get a decent price because all the money's probably going to go to the 1.
Yeah, I think a lot of money too is going to go to Cedartown, who was bet down to even money in debut at Delaware, a $620,000 purchase for Godolphin, but ran into a Grand Motion firster that was ready to roll first time out. Ended up running a buyer of 74, drawing off. Cedartown, once again, is going to have to deal with speed in the hardest way. I'm going to forgive the debut race. Had some issues, was a little bit rank, rushed up the inside, duel with Malagasy, who ended up winning the Rebel Stakes. 3 other horses have come out of there to win since and run well. The Lasix went on last time, just got run down late by Dundalk. I think the hardest way really for Jimmy Kirk took a ton of money in that debut race,
open up.
bet down to 2-1. Unbelievable.
And then open up like 1-5 here in the paddock last time.
Yeah. So money's going to come flying in again. I like the 3 as your shot horse. Maybe the split the favorites. The 2. Hard to figure this horse of Goldberg's. They started this horse out for 40. Half the blown save, who was 8 for 12 lifetime, made over 140, 50,000. Don't know if he's going to be good enough. And the other Tim Kieferster, maybe look at down the road out of that mare Sonata Foals. 32 winners out of 189 starters. This horse is a fool to Regal Solo. Maybe down the road a little bit. Maybe stretch out and keep an eye out for Regal Note when the distances get a little bit longer.
Timmy Keefe with 2 first-timers, and they're both by Preakness winners, one by Shackelford and the other one by Louis Couture. So a nice group of maiden special weight runners there in the second race. Let's turn the page. Race 3 will be on the main track. This was one of only 2 races that was originally on the turf today, but will be run on the main track. Races 3 and 8, 1 mile main track. This is a claiming 16,000 filly mares 3 and up. Never won 2 lifetime, and I end up here as I re-handicap. I end up on the 6th. Beautiful night sky here. First off the claim for Kieran McGee. Kieran, he's rolling this summer. This horse 3 for 3 in the money on and off track. It was a nice win on a sloppy seal track at Belmont last May when she broke her maiden up there against New York bred. So I think she's well spotted here first off the claim. Beaten favored last out. Bring Me Answers, the winner of that race, would come back to win. So we'll see if Beautiful Night Sky can get a better trip today.
Yeah, maybe a rematch of that May 11th race over at Pimlico, the maiden 16. Cherished Prize, who goes here third time for Mike Trombetta, adds the blinkers. It's a good angle for him. A Beautiful Night Sky moves into Kieran's barn. She's got a tactical maybe advantage over Cherished Prize, I believe. She made a decent middle move after a poor beginning, had to steady a little bit, was against the grain of the track on the 8th, flattened out a little bit. I think this horse will go ahead and set sail. Heaven's Door may be an early factor, and pardons Tori's French, but I think Beautiful Night Sky escapes with a clear lead upper stretch. Cherished Prize makes a run. Vaughn's another one. I'm going to use Vaughn into the mix a little bit. That might be your price user for Jose Corrales. First time for Corrales off of Jacobs. And this horse ran behind Champagne Time, who's like a 4-time winner. So proven against a winner. This isn't really, much of a step. You see going, would run that race, was a nickel 2 and light back in February on the dirt. That kind of compares with this when you really break it down.
So this race scratches down to a 5-horse field. So if they don't hit the super high 5 in race 1, we won't have it in race 2 or 3. We'll have it in race 4 for you, right? Yeah. Yep. 7-horse field in race 4. So keep your eye on that super high 5. If they don't hit it in race 1, that'll be a big carryover for race 4 in the super high 5. But all right, so small field here. We both like the 6. 6-2 Cold Exacta for us here in the third race. Race 4, a little bigger field here, going a mile. To kick off the middle pick for us, a 16,000 starter allowance, optional claiming 16,000 for filly and mares, and I like the 3. Follow the Pedals from the Hugh McMahon barn. Sheldon Russell is aboard. A good second 2 starts ago when Hugh McMahon claimed this horse. Ran well on the turf last out. Now gets back to the dirt. This horse had a nice win here at Laurel Park in her debut last January against Maiden, 8,000, and then went to down the Turfway in Kentucky on the synthetic. They took the horse to Mahoning Valley. They've taken the horse all over the place, but at this level today, second off the claim for Hugh McMahon. I think the 3 Follow the Pedals in the right spot. 3-7 Cold Exacta once again for us.
Yeah, 3-7 Follow the Pedals. What a race. Ran like a 1-9 shot that day in the debut, January the 22nd when galloping. Hugh McMahon reached in and grabbed her 2 races back, and she's been proven she can kind of run on anything. Broken glass, you name it. She can run short, she can run long. As long as she keeps her together, they could really have a nice summer with this 3-year-old and moving into the fall as she catches that split condition race. I think it's going to work out well for her. A little interesting. She was getting in a little bit through the stretch last time. It needed her badly at 6-1 to get over Saida. Dug in late to win it. I think to transfer back to the mile on the main track is no problem whatsoever. Like to see her get a little bit more closer to the pace. I don't want her falling as far back as she did last time. I think she will be a little bit closer. in this afternoon's race.
And the 7 untaken for trainer Corby Cayazzo, 3-year-old filly by Noonmark. She broke her maiden in debut last April down there at Tampa. Nice win up at Delaware against 40,000. Life Company 2 starts ago. Tried Stakes Company on the turf last out at Monmouth. That she didn't run too bad up there. She's in at the right level here today and against Starter Allowance Company.
Yeah. I mean, she looks like the one to beat. Her, definitely the 3. I think the 7 might take a little bit more money. Maybe they're going to be close when I think the window's closed. Yeah, Beat Proud Commander, who we saw run around here, that third-place finisher came back to run a lower 60 number that works. These two, I think the road goes through these two. Crooked got a really great setup when winning on the dirt 2 races back on that muddy sealed surface. I don't know if she's going to get the right kind of flow this afternoon. I'm between the 3 and the 7 here. Once again, the 1 jumps a condition when you look at it, only 1 for 16. But the 3-back try does intrigue me. That wasn't a bad race. Made a couple moves over at Pimlico. Maybe her underneath. I don't know if she's better than the 3 or the 7.
All right, both like the 3-7 cold. Exacta there in race 4. Let's get a quick commercial break. When we come back, nice carryover today in the Rainbow Pick 6. Over 7,100 starts in race 5. I have a ticket. We'll start with that when we come back.
I ride.
I ride.
I ride. I ride.
I ride.
I ride. I ride.
I ride.
I ride, baby.
Every time we climb into the saddle,
We follow our dreams.
Danger rides with us every day in every race.
The Permanently Disabled Jockeys Fund
Supports those whose careers were ended by riding accidents.
Despite their catastrophic injuries, remain hopeful.
Courageous and inspiring.
Please join the Permanently Disabled Jockeys Fund.
Along with our horse racing industry
and our great fans in supporting the athletes who ride.
and those who no longer can.
Back today at the races presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stanton Salter, Keith Fuel, on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. 10 live races for you. Nice carryover in the Rainbow Pick 6. We have Kids Day. We have the Roadie race to help out the Permanently Disabled Jockeys Fund. But let's get right to it here in the Pick 6. Nice carryover today. A little over 7,100. Starts in race 5. I have a ticket. Everybody should have a ticket. Get some friends. Throw some money together. Here's my ticket. A $67.20 play. I couldn't find. I started out 4 deep in race 5, and then I was 5 deep, and then I was 6 deep, and then I said, well, what the heck? I might as well just hit the all button. Only 7 runners here in race 5. I think they all have a shot. The Demon Buster ran big last time, dropping down to that beaten nickel. Now he's stepping back up for the new barn. He could run a big race, but there's some other nice ones in there. Ice-T ran huge last time. My top pick in there in race 5 is the 2 Baby Cat. But I go all. Mr. Game 7 had a nice win 2 starts ago. Jerry Robb, he had a nice win yesterday, so I hit the all button here in race 5, hoping for a little bit of a price, maybe a nice 6-7 to 1 shot in race 5 to get me going on the pick 6. Race 6 is a nice maiden 40,000. The 4, Fenton's 4, is going to be the favorite for Claudio Gonzalez. I'll use the 4. But how about the 10, Dynamic Asset at 12 to 1, a first-time starter for trainer Lacey Gaudette. She's 25% with a positive ROI recently with her first-time starter. So I like the 10 in race 6. And then race 7 going 3 deep using the 2, 3, 4. Race 8, there's only 3 runners in race 8. The 3, Expressly, was entered main track only by Kelly Breen, and she looks much the best. So I'm going to key on the 3, Expressly there in race 8. Race 9, going with the entry there, the 1A. If I Was a Boy, I like for Bill Comlow, but you also get the 1 Perennial for Jason Egan. So I like the entry, and I also like the 8 Tickled Pink for Grand Motion in there, going 4 deep there in the finale. A nice open nickel, 7 furlongs there in the finale. I like Social Media, looking for his 3rd win in a row here at Laurel Park. I like Social Media. 10 to 1 morning line there for Kenny Decker. The Social Media is number 7 there in race 10. So I like the pick 6 today. I'm going to play it. There's my ticket, $67 ticket. Let's take a look here at the first leg. Tough leg here. These open 15s around here going short on the dirt are tough races. I go with the 3, Baby Cat, my top pick in here for trainer Jamie Ness. Good to see Jamie Ness with a nice win yesterday. He gets Jevion Toledo aboard. Last time at this level at Pimlico was a winning effort, came from off the pace. That was 3 starts ago. And then the last 2 races here at Laurel Park against Allowance Company he doesn't really get too much of a class relief here. In fact, sometimes these open 15 claimers are tougher than the first level allowance races are around here. But I think he's in a good spot here today. Hopefully he gets a fast early pace in here and has something to run at.
Yeah, last time out was inside and drew the rail and kind of was used a little bit early into a very quick pace, 22 and 4:45 before. I think this horse, has a little bit better situation today with speed dead to the inside. Sorinoco will probably go. This horse can kind of draft back and make a run. And he's made a couple substantial runs over the last couple of months. One at Laurel over a Muddy Seal Service, one over at Pimlico when he paired up wins. He's going to be dangerous from the back of the pack. Jamie Ness with a win yesterday. But Demon Buster, I can't kind of get past him. Claudio,
could be a nice claim. Could be.
Everything he's doing right now, everything he touches is turning to gold. They're improving. And, it seems kind of odd. You're looking, well, how do you make this horse 2-to-1 favorite just off of a nickel race up against these open companies? His numbers are consistent. He runs as consistently fast as any of these horses. He's got back class. We've seen Claudio revive the likes of Negrito and horses like that. He fits his profile. I think he goes ahead, gets a good stalking trip. He has a target in the one Sorinoco and sing praises. Demon Buster with an alert break is right into the mix, and I think he can go ahead and make it 2 straight.
I respect him. I use him in the exacta. You get Victor Carrasco aboard here for a red-hot barn. He's a 3-time winner here at Laurel Park. He's 0 for 3 on an off track, so maybe that's the only knock there of Demon Buster, 6-year-old son of Ghost Zapper. So I use him in the exacta. We both like the 1 as well. Sir Orinoco for trainer Mike Giralis. Sheldon Russell aboard this horse. Good record here at Laurel Park. Nice win, nice stalking win against 10,000 for life. 3 starts ago, got an 80 Beyer speed figure in that race. Hasn't run back to that in his 2 most recent starts. If he gets back to that number, he'll be tough in this race here at 6-1.
Barn positive ROI, second off of a little laugh, and still a little bit of a protection for this horse. They went ahead and dropped this horse to 10,000 and galloped in that 4 in life race over Honor Commitment. I'm going to use him one more time. I used him last time. He's pretty quick in his own right. You see the internals. He's got speed. I don't know if he can really sing praises, but he's shown a rating gear in the past. So Sorinoco is a dangerous horse for trainer Mike Giralis. Ice-T is a horse I like. First off the claim for trainer Kieran McGee. Really fits the kind of horse that Kieran can move up. He's got tactical speed. He's gritty. This horse stretched his speed out to a mile last time. He was on the better part of the racetrack. I don't mind the turn back. It's a strong move for Kieran. I think Ice-T, we talked about, is an improving 3-year-old. Against some horses maybe flattening out a little bit in form, except maybe Demon Buster. Ice-T, I think, can move forward off the claim.
And he's a nice 5-1 price. He can win, and I think even the 4, Hurler, can win at 15-1. First off the claim for trainer Marco Salazar. Hurler's a 5-time winner here at Laurel Park, 11 for 20 in the money on an off track. So I think a wide open condition here in race 5. I hit the all button, hoping for a price here.
Trying to get the price.
In race 5. You smell that barbecue?
They're cooking something out there. They got the grills going.
Something smells good coming from the garden terrace up there. Tips and Tycoons, everybody getting ready for Kids Day. You can help out the permanently disabled jockeys. Fun. Watch the Preakness Champ. Cloud Computing in the Jim Dandy later on. A beautiful Saturday afternoon on store for you this afternoon. Race 6 will kick off the late pick 5. No carryover, but as always, that industry low 12% takeout on the late pick 5. This is a nice maiden claiming 40,000 for 2-year-olds going 5 furlongs here. Scratch to 5, yes means no. The 4, Fenton's 4, is going to be the favorite, the horse to beat for sure. I'll take a shot, though. Hunch play here on the outside. I like the outside post here for this first-time starter. The 10, Dynamic Asset by a young AP Indy sire, Astrology out of a Red Ransom mare. I like that pedigree. I like the work pattern here at Laurel Park. The work 3 works ago back on July 9th. That was a nice 5 furlong work from the gate, and then a couple nice half-mile works from the gate since then. So I think this horse is well prepared. Lacey Gaudette, 25% with a positive ROI recently with her debut runners. Alex Centron aboard. Lasix in debut. I think lots of positives here and a big price on the 10.
Yeah, a couple of 2-year-old winners in the family, and might have got a bargain there, $6,500 purchase in for the 40. So a little protect move again for Lacey Gaudette. Dynamic Asset, as you said, with a nice little draw and some steady works. Maybe indicating a good efforts on tap today. I think the 3 Circle R is interesting. Going to be my top selection. It's going to be awfully tough to beat the 4. Fenton's 4, the horse, of all these horses that have raced, is really ran a big race first time out. Was part of an entry there. Bet down to 3 to 5 for Claudio. made up, held on quite well after being used hard into a pretty good pace for those kind of horses. 22 and 3, 46 and 2, outfinished the entry mate there for second money. Fenton's for the main danger in race 6, but Circle R, I'm worried though, coming back a little quick. Hopefully he was kicking the barn down. This horse ran a big race. We got video of his race from July 23rd. Do we have that one or
no?
no?
I have just 1 and 9 for
oh,
you
okay.
today.
All right. Well, Circle R, I should have put this one in. I'll talk about it. Broke a little slow, was forced out at the break and recovered. And you don't see horses really sustain a run, especially 2-year-olds the way this horse did first time out. Maybe it still was on the best part of the track, circled 4 and 5 wide, but was really eye-catching the way this horse finished up the last 3/16 and kept going. Coming back quickly, going to have to run a little bit quicker, but with a clean break, might be able to run down. If Claudio's got any chink in his armor, is with 2-year-olds, if you really could come up with any kind of reason right now to go against him.
I didn't use the 3 running back in 6 days after that first start as a 2-year-old back in 6 days. First time gelding today
I did
as
not
well.
get that.
I got first time gelding on the 3 Circle R. So he's been gelded since that start on July 23rd. Now he's running July 29th.
He's a tough horse. That's all I can
sounds
tell
like
you.
bad karma to me. I got to check with Horse ID Shannon about that. It says first time gelding for the 3 Circle R who just ran July 23rd. So we'll see what's the story. I tossed the horse altogether. I don't know what's going on with that picture.
Like a Timex watch takes a leg, keeps on ticking. This guy, he's not scared of anything.
I'll check on what's going on there with the 3. But yeah, the 4 Fenton's 4 is going to be the horse to beat. Beaten favored last out, but a good effort in debut for trainer Claudio Gonzalez at this level. Good second to Stroll Smokin', who was a nice debut winner for Wayne Potts that day.
Yeah, and the 2 horse I'm also going to use comes in from Penn National. Maryland bred, because it kind of sneaks in on the rear, gets in for this 40, maybe a little lesser bunch. A nice pot, though, that he's running for. Even a little bit better than that Penn National race. This horse really continued nicely. Had trouble. Took a left out of the gate. Almost brushed the gate. Had to steady briefly. Moved up and then settled. I like the way the rider just let this horse settle in his stride. Finished well along the inside. Did not switch leads, but kept on well through the gallop out. I'll give him a pass for that. But I think this is a well-spotted right amount of mischief, the 2 coming down from Penn National.
All right, so an interesting maiden 40 there in race 6. You like the 10 a little bit as well at a nice price. So nice maiden 40 there to kick off the late pick 5. Race 7 starts the late pick 4, going a mile and a 16th on the main track. And might be we're going to start at good, and by race 6 or 7, keep your eye on the track. We might have a fast track by later on in the card. But race 7's a $25,000 starter allowance, optional claiming $25,000. I think the 2 Leather Goods in great form right now for trainer Hammy Smith. A nice win by 6 last out when this 3-year-old by dialed in broke his maiden, got a nice 69 Beyer speed figure. It just looks like he's going the right way. And you see these horses with Hammy Smith are always they always have a good base underneath them. When they get good, they get real good. So I in a sense, that maiden win, a nice bullet half-mile work, 48 and 3 here at Laurel. So I like the 2 Leather Goods, looking for 2 in a row for Hammy Smith.
It's a real tricky race, Dan.
Yeah.
A lot of these horses, Stan Guard, who I think is going to be the favorite. I think favoritism is going to go between him and the 3 Clubmen. Stan Guard just looks like he's got major league hang in him. I know the numbers. You just look at the numbers. Steady set mid-70s at Oaklawn, and tried the turf last time. But as you said, Leather Goods last time, I know they were high on this horse down at Ellery, and he just didn't come out of the gate running like they thought. But, boy, did he put it together last time out. He didn't beat a whole lot, but you see the short comment, eager. We just don't throw that phrase out. Visually, he wanted to go, and he just kicked away nicely the last 1/8 of a mile to widen. I think with his inside post, he'll have some targets. Brute Force, Wonder Man, they're the speeds they draw the outside. Brute Force might be a little bit quicker than Wonder Man. It's an interesting move, jumping up in class here for Trombetta, first off the claim. Based on his form, you think they might wait, but they're going to be aggressive and raise this horse. But Leather Goods, I know he's been beaten by Clubman twice. I think he put it together. You said that this last race. I think he can repeat. Clubman, just too many questions. Stan Guard's got some hang in him. He's going to be a better price of the 2.
All right, we're in agreement on the same 4 horses, same exacta there in race 7, 2, 3. That's a nice starter allowance to kick off the late pick 4 there. The 2 Leather Goods, second time blinkers last time. So I think he's going in the right direction. Hammy Smith, he's heating up. He had a nice win last weekend with a talk show man, and so the Hammy Smith barn's been going well, and he's got a nice one here in race 8. Let's turn the page. Race 8, one of the co-features of the day. Races 8 and 9 both first level allowance contest. Race 8 will be going a mile on the main track here, and this race was originally on the turf on the main track now, so a bunch of scratches here. Only 3 horses here in race 8, but we have it all covered for you. We caught up with trainer Hammy Smith talking about his filly Anissa, who last time broke her maiden in her 14th lifetime start. It's a filly by Gia Ponte, well-bred filly. It took her a while to break her maiden, but she finally did it when they took the race off the turf on the main track. So Anissa's going to get the main track again today, looking for 2 in a row. Jevion Toledo will be aboard. Here's what Hammy Smith had to say about Anissa Thursday morning here at Laurel Park.
Well, she's doing real good. She broke a maiden on the dirt there last time because they took it off the turf, but she's mainly a turf horse. And with the weather coming in like they predict, I don't know if we'll be on the grass or not. But I put a set of blinkers on her last time, and she won. Whether the blinkers caused it or not, I'm not sure. But I think she'll run good on the grass. I'm anxious to run on the grass with the blinkers, yeah.
And how about the other filly? Okay, the other filly was a quick-witted who was scratched in this race. So, yeah, you heard Hammy Smith talking about putting the blinkers on last time, and that might have done the trick and for Anissa to get her to the winner's circle.
Yeah, 4-horse field, short field. She gets 3 today. You know, that's a little bit of luck when you're an owner.
Yeah, sure.
You catch these shorter fields. And, can she pull a little bit of an upset on the 3 Expressly? I think she can. I mean, I know Bernix Spank, who beat Expressly, was really a nice 2-year-old, ran some numbers, I think, in the maybe almost the lower to mid-90s. She's not the same. They walked the dog last time out. She's not showing a ton of blazing speed. I don't know if she's going to be able to just kind of get away from Anissa. Anissa might just dog her down with the blinkers on last time, keep her a little bit closer. Decent time last time. You see the Bayern. She's only run 3 times on the dirt, but you go back on the page, April 58 Bayer against an okay field of maiden special weights, but the race prior to that on the dirt was okay. That's why we liked her last time. So Anissa, I think, going to pull a mile upset over Expressly.
Well, Cal Lynch has the 8 Seda in here. This horse has won 2 in a row on the turf. We caught up with Cal Lynch. He was thinking turf for this race, but he's going to get the main track. Seda stays in. Here's what Cal Lynch had to say about this 3-year-old filly by Giants Causeway.
Seda, she's won 3, I think, of her last 4 on the turf. Since we switched her to the turf, she's been a different horse. We're absolutely delighted the way she's responded. We're afraid of the rain if it comes off Saturday. We're supposed to get a lot of rain here Friday and Saturday, so but she couldn't be doing any better. Sheldon worked her last week, and we're very pleased with her. Hoping it stays on the turf for her.
All right, so trainer Cal Lynch, he was hoping to stay on the turf. However, I think he makes a wise decision. He stays in a 3-horse field, so he's going to be third. So he gets 10% of $42,000. That's $4,200 to the owner. That'll pay some bills. So I think that's a smart decision by the trainer there, Cal Lynch.
It's more than what's in our bank account. Can we run in the race?
Yeah.
I'll go for 4th money. Go ahead.
Me too. I'll run. All right. So that's race 8. Race 9 is a nice allowance, first level allowance, and this is the feature of the day here in race 9. We're going 7 furlongs on the main track. Filly and Mares, first level. A Other Than Company. We have let's do a video spotlight here of the 1A. If I Was a Boy, a Maryland bred by Jumpstart here for trainer Bill Comlow. Here's her effort in the Conniver Stakes back in March, where she was a good runner-up to Next Best Thing. Here's If I Was a Boy. They've done a nice job with this 4-year-old filly. They've made almost $150,000 with her.
Yeah, and she's pretty steady. 11 of 16 in the money. Next Best Thing. These are horses that have gone through 2 other than conditions, okay? Better horses than what she's going to face today. She stays down inside. Next Best Thing a little bit better. Game to the wire, dead game. This was a tough little race to line, and going back in hindsight, I probably should have made this entry the favorite. But I kept looking. I said, you got Graham. You've got, I think that horse is going to play. Gary Capuano's horse has been pretty steady. Sure. Lucky and Malibu. So I'm seeing maybe favoritism around 5-2 in this race. If they pound this entry, and I don't know if I dig right in at 9-5 or so. Hopefully you get a square price around 5-2, 3-1. But either one is good enough. If I Was a Boy, 2 seconds out of 3 starts, but I think consistency is what she, and company lines, what she's faced at the distance. She's perfect. And this field's going to really fit her well compared to that conniver.
I like her. I use her second, the 1A if I was a boy. I just think the 8 Tickled Pink, if there's a dogfight going to the wire, she'll be dead fit. 3-year-old filly here by Shackelford. She's been showing speed going long on the dirt and the turf. I like the cut back in distance here today, and also turf to dirt, Grand Motion 20%. Virgo Lynch stays aboard. I think this is a nice filly, and cutting back to 7 furlongs, I think, will be her cup of tea. So I like the 8 Tickled Pink. Trainer Cal Lynch has an 8-1 shot in here. The 5 Super Trend was a very impressive debut winner here back in March. She hasn't run back to that strong effort. Well, no, a good third against Allowance Company in the slop here at Laurel in May. She doesn't run very well, going 2 turns at Delaware last out. Now she's cutting back in distance today. Here's what Cal Lynch had to say about the 5 Super Trend in race 9 today.
She ran off a little bit the last day at Delaware. First time we tried to run 2 turns, so we're hoping to cut back. We'll suit her here going 7/8, but she's a nice filly. She's done everything right. Our expectations were pretty high on her a few months ago, and we're hoping that she rebounds to the way she ran first time out.
Yeah, and you heard him say they were high on this filly. I remember when she won first time out, everybody said, "Yeah, she's very nice. She might she might be like a stakes filly kind of horse." So we'll see. She ran a good third in the slop here, May 5th, and she ran off going long at Delaware last out. We'll see if they have her back on her A game today.
Yeah, she's got speed. When you're looking at this race, there's not a ton of pure speed in it. She's going to have to run faster than what she's run at any point. You see a 61, a 62. She needs to show that she can carry her speed a little bit more and handle some pressure. I think she's going to be joined inside. La Vie Ross for Bruno Tessori comes in, freshened up since April. This horse is dangerous. You look at that debut race now. It was a sloppy sealed surface back as a 2-year-old. Beat Sandshark, beat Tiana. There was 4 next out winners out of that race. Turning back in distance, the switch in surface is going to be a positive, I believe, for the 2. That horse is also very dangerous. And Lucky Malibu is just steady. It's a good competitive race. I think you've got a spread. I think Trombetto's horse ran real big last time out. A good finish. Moved up nicely. Kept good company at 2. Shimmering Aspen. Compelled. Moving in the right direction. Spread race in race 8, no doubt about it. I do not think you can narrow it down to 1 or 2 horses.
It's a nice allowance feature of the day there in race 9 to kick off the late daily double. Here we go with race 10, claiming $5,000 for 3-year-olds and upward. No conditions. A bunch of old hard knockers in here going 7 furlongs on the main track. And all right, you like this horse too. 10-1 on social media. I hope we can get 10 rider change. Make the rider Carlos Quinones here on the 7 social medias. 1-2 in a row in good form. A tougher race today against Open Nickel Company, but I think going in the right direction right now. 3 for 6 going 7 furlongs, and 2-time winner here at Laurel Park. 0 for 6 on an off track, but hopefully by race 10 will be a fast main track.
If we don't get the rain, I think this track will go ahead and be fast by race number 10. And race 9 and race 10, they really kind of threw me for a loop doing the odds and kind of deciphering from a handicapping standpoint. A lot of the horses, race 9, race 10, 7 furlongs isn't a distance that they run a whole lot.
Sure.
This horse has proven it's 7. Duking with Dale has been steady. Has run okay in Open Company, if I remember correctly. Was able to run down some lone speed. Has a target in a Tascaderian. He'll probably go out and send. But social media, he loves a fight. You look back at the race on a sealed surface back in March. 76 buyer. He's consistently lower 60s of late. He's gritty. He knows how to win. 3 for 6. He's proven at the distance. I'm going to use him on top.
All right, we both like the 7 social media there. We like the 5 as well for Claudio Gonzalez and Victor Carrasco. Atascaster in a nice win against Open Nickel Company last out, going 7 furlongs. So you have to think cutting back to the 7 furlongs be no problem today.
No problem. He's going to be forward. You got Dazzling Oak off the claim for Kieran. Mongolian King had a little bit of trouble against the Tascaderian last time out. He's pretty steady, but once again, the 7 furlong distance, how's it going to relate to these horses' running style? Professor Zoom, my other price shot. I like the 7 and 6 as price shots. I think they're going to slip through the cracks just looking at, the other trainers in this race. Claudio's going to draw a lot of play, as is Kieran. I think Professor Zoom, social media, maybe they don't, up to 8 or 10, maybe in that 6, 7, 8 to 1 range. But Professor Zoom got that race off of a layoff at Parks. We've seen time and time again, they go up. Horses don't like parks.
Right.
You know, it's a track, you either love it or you hate it. This horse obviously did not like it. 2-back try, good enough. Some late run against Hickory Hill, Demon Buster, who we like earlier for open 12. This horse is shot, slips in here, a nice little jam job, and I think you're going to get a square price and from the late running Professor Zoom.
Well, the barn there, the Del Davico barn, having a nice summer. 5 winners from 18 starts. That's good for 28% winners. So hot barn there with the 6, Professor Zoom. That's a nice open nickel to wrap things up. Hope you're live and all your multi-race wagers going in to race 10. Hope you bring the kids out and have fun today. Help us support the Permanently Disabled Jockeys Fund as well. No rain, clear and sunny. Good luck today on that Rainbow Pick 6. Nice carryover, and good luck on your early Pick 5 as well.
I appreciate it. Yeah, no doubt. I mean, that Pick 6, you got that 3-horse field. The last 2 make it really tough. I just don't think you can narrow it down to a couple of horses. So, best of luck today. Enjoy it, Kids Day. Get out on the apron. Hopefully this weather will, the rain will subside a little bit, and we'll get out there and we can enjoy a nice day of racing at Laurel Park.
All right, good luck.